Kristen, I went down and I checked in the basement, but no Pictionary. I'm sorry.
Ah, thank you. I mean, it's easy enough to just print. We're doing Hansel versus Hansel Pictionary tonight.
Yep. I suspect that by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, somebody's going to...
I mean, I can print, I'm sure I could print a list offline.
What's that?
I could print a list offline.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
In the bag. I'm going to sit over here.
I would like to bring that to the norm next year. Like, you don't have to sit in the back row. It should be the front row or whatever the side. This is where you sit.
Do it with enthusiasm.
Can you do the...
Yes, but with the tags.
Yeah, it's probably about that time, right?
No, this is, well, should we give this back to him?
Hi, Fred! Thank you so much! Thank you!
Yo, it's your boys.
Yeah, see, they're awesome.
Just tell me when.
Good afternoon, everyone. Cole and I are going to be heading school meeting today. You guys know the usual. Any appreciations or anything like that?
I have one. I would like to appreciate Nicholas Lampietti and Gino Palacios for their incredible achievement of bringing students together all on their own and creating two really incredible entertainment opportunities for you guys.
Mr. G.
I would like to appreciate Ms. Dupre and the members of the Student Diversity Committee for the incredible work that they did to help us think through such important issues on Tuesday? Yeah. Tuesday. Thank you. That's it. There you go.
Just stand up, man.
Madeline.
I'd like to appreciate everyone who was involved in the chapel last night because I thought that it was really wonderful. So thank you.
And I'd just like to take a quick second to appreciate Nick Lilly and Jill Tora. They're fantastic presidents, and they've been working really hard these past couple of weeks. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that they don't get appreciated for. And even though they're not here right now, you guys see them in the hallway, please just thank them for all the hard work that they're doing.
So let's get started. The importance of being earnest has an announcement.
A little more excitement going up there, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ernest Worthing and friends have an announcement.
Greetings, St. Andrews. This Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. each night in Forbes Theater, come see yours truly, your favorite senior, Nicholas Lampietti, in the title role of Ernest Worthing. It is going to be spectacular.
It appears Nicholas seems to be suffering from some sort of confusion. It is actually I, your real favorite senior, Stuart Zerbaugh, who will be playing the role of Ernest Worthing this Friday and Saturday. If you want to come see me perform, please make sure to reserve some tickets.
Excuse me, Stuart. I think you are vastly mistaken.
Show some class. If you would like to see the importance of being earnest, starring me, Zanuck Bond, as Lady Bracknell, then you shall come by Forbes Theater at 8 o'clock on Saturday and Friday. If you would like a seat, you shall reserve one prior via an electronic message from Lady Wilson. If you do not know where Forbes Theater is, it is at the end of the History Corridor down the stairs. Thank you, St. Andrews, and have a wonderful day.
Come see it!
Dr. Walsh has an announcement.
Hi everybody. So 2 weeks ago, behind me, we had the AS Athens public poster presentations, and about a dozen students gave great conversation, great discussions about such things as the Athenian Acropolis and the Athenian Agora, the Theater of Dionysus, the mutilation of the Herms, other topics all having to do with 5th century BCE Athens. And today, because we were postponed last week, we have an announcement of glory to the winners of the poster presentation. So we had 7 faculty judges who went around and had great conversations with our students. And so I want to thank, in no particular order, Ms. Taylor, Mr. Mafuka, Mr. Walensky, Mr. Sanchez, Reverend Hutchinson, Mr. Edmonds, and my colleague, Ms. Ferguson, all of whom were the judges. So, 3 prizes. Should we go 3rd, 2nd, 1st, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd?
3rd, 2nd, 1st.
Of course, sure. So let me say this, 9 of the posters received prize nominees. So this is great work across the board. Really good work. And I'm really thrilled to celebrate and honor, first of all, in third place with a presentation that was described as visually interesting, dramatic, and a story about a threat to democracy. A drum roll, please. Third place goes to Adelaide Dixon. Come on down. Come on down. Adelaide's presentation was on the mutilation of the Herms, which was a dramatic nighttime assault on a symbol of Athenian democracy, that is the Herm, which was as common as a post, what are those, what do you call those things? Gnomes, sure, but we think of them as, what are those things, the post office, you drop them, the mailboxes, of course. Mens lapsus. Adelaide carries the banner of St. Andrews. Third prize. A banner of St. Andrews. Now, second prize in a poster lauded for its mixed media, detailed descriptions, and the story of a monument that is a symbol of Athenian culture, resilient and historical. Drum roll, please. Second prize goes to Sonal Bhatia. Come on down. Sonal's presentation, marvelous, on the Athenian Parthenon. She carries the mantle that is the water jug. Finally, I'm feeling the drama. It's thick in the air. The first prize winner with a colorful, informative poster, breaking the rules of dimensionality. Drum roll, please. The winner with a presentation on the Athenian Erechtheion, Piper Jackman. Come on down. Piper's first prize award is a pillow, a St. Andrew's pillow. Raise it in glory. Well done. A great final celebration for all of these students. They did a great job. They stood up here, and again, everything I've heard from the judges and from students anecdotally who came by, they did a marvelous job, so I celebrate all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Walsh. Next up, the admissions department has an announcement.
How y'all doing?
Great. How are you?
How are you guys doing today? Great. So on behalf of the admissions team, we just wanted to share our love and appreciation for the entire student body for all their good work during this past admission cycle. So maybe just a round of applause for all of you. Whether you're actually in Cardinal Society or you helped out with one of our events or you were just saying hi and greeting the prospective families coming in, that work is greatly appreciated. I know verbal appreciations only go so far, so today, from 5:30 to 7:30, we'll have the snow cones out. What else? Cotton candy. Mr. Fail and I will man these stations, so come out, chat it up with your friends. And of course, if you want to talk about Cardinal Society next year, that's a plug to that. Yeah, shout out Lou Barrel. Okay? Thanks, guys.
The Robotics Club will meet tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. in Amos 201. It's open to any level and all are welcome. We're all looking forward to seeing you there.
The head applications are due at the end of Monday. Hayden and Izzy will send out a follow-up email.
Head of what?
Community service.
Seniors, please submit any photos or short videos you would like to see in the senior slideshow. Any pictures of literally anyone will work, but we do need a lot more of you to start sending photos in. Please send them to either Kate or Amelia. Thank you.
Mrs. Torrey has an announcement.
Hi guys, since it's our second to last school meeting of the year, I thought I would introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Torrey. I'm the Director of Communications here. You may know me from my annoying weekly emails asking for your Friday news submissions and other things that I send to the whole school. Something that my office works on, besides the Friday news, is this book called The Story of Us. It started 2 years ago. It was the idea of the class presidents at the time, Noor and Carson, if you remember them. And the idea is it highlights every member of the graduating class of that year. So we did one in 2019 and we did one in 2020 as well, although we weren't here to see the book in person, but there are copies of both in the admission common room. If you're curious, and we're doing one for 2021 this year, obviously it's a tradition we want to keep going. And I'm here to say, one, thank you to all the seniors that have submitted answers for the book so far. What you've written is so beautiful, you have no idea what beautiful people you are. And two, there are 5 seniors who have not yet turned in their answers. And so I'm looking for help in getting them to turn in their answers by tomorrow morning, because we have to send the book to the printer. So if you see Carter, Charles, JT, Robert, or Claire, just give them a friendly pat on the shoulder and let them know that Mrs. Torrey's looking for them. Thank you.
JT and Robert, I'm looking right at you right now.
Come on, guys. Humans of SAS has an announcement.
Hi everyone, so I know it's been a while, but Humans of SAS is a place where members of the students, faculty, and staff can get to share their stories. In the spring, it's been more difficult to find the space to do so, but I'm going to send an email after school meeting with the links to many individuals who I've been working with, of them telling their stories. And the real reason I'm making this announcement is because I'm looking for a small group of individuals to take on this project next year. It's really important to me, and I think that sharing stories is a great way to grow proximate with one another and for the whole community to get to know one another. So please just email me or find me after school meeting if you're interested, and I'd love to have a conversation. Thank you.
Juniors, tick tock, tick tock. Letters of recommendation request forms are due this Friday. That's tomorrow. Deliver them to Ms. Rojas or your counselor.
Project Zero has an announcement.
So those of you who are juniors and seniors, you understand the full scope of Project Zero. Those of you who are sophomores and freshmen haven't quite seen Project Zero in action, so I'm super excited for this year because we are all here. Project Zero is our all-school effort when you all are cleaning out your dorm rooms to make every effort to keep all the things you don't want out of a landfill into the hands of people who actually need it, or so that it can be recycled. And so right now, I'm looking for people on each dorm who are interested in being Project Zero dorm leaders. Your job as a dorm leader is to essentially rally your dorm to help keep those boxes organized and everyone will be responsible for bringing the boxes to the central location, but I need people on each dorm that I can count on to kind of help with the project. So for those of you who are confused because I didn't explain what Project Zero is, let me just reiterate. Going out in about a week, 13 huge labeled boxes will go out onto each dorm, toiletries, school supplies, linens, household items. So as you're cleaning out your rooms, anything you don't want can get donated into those boxes. And the beauty of Project Zero is that anything in a box is free to anybody in the community. So it's like the stack, but 10 times better and free. So you'll find all kinds of things that you didn't know that you needed and that you didn't know that you wanted. All of a sudden it becomes pretty fabulous. Anything that does not get taken at the end of the school year gets donated to our local community or recycled. So I'll explain a little bit more about what we're looking for next week, but for now, I'm gonna send an email out after this. And so if you're interested in being a dorm leader, please let me know. It's actually a really easy way for you to get your feet wet as a leader because you're not out on the front lawn trying to herd cats to help out because everybody's actually going to be on dorm cleaning at the same time. So it's not like you have to go find people to help. You're already all in one place. So the job isn't too painful and it's actually kind of fun. So I hope that you will sign up. Thanks.
Mrs. Dupre has an announcement.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is actually a heads-up announcement. So tomorrow we will have 2 weeks before graduation, and then we will be 3 weeks away from cleaning up and packing up and getting ready to go. This announcement is actually not for the seniors, it's for everyone who will be left behind 2 weeks from tomorrow. We have very limited storage on campus this summer. And so we're going to have to reserve that storage for our international students and students who must fly home. For those of you who live close and will have parents or guardians coming to pick you up, please start to think about what you might need to send home prior to that, the things that won't fit in the car, because there won't be any place to leave it here. If you need help with boxes, Mr. Robinson has boxes. We can help you to start to get ready to ship things off, but we want you to start thinking about this now. Things that you don't leave can absolutely go to Project Zero, but we want to make sure that you know that there is very limited storage on campus. So if you are an international student or a student who has to fly home, please email me. All you have to do is say storage in the subject, so that I'll know and we can keep track of how much space we have. Thank you.
The announcement queens have an announcement.
We can wait till we say. Dearest royal subjects, far, far away in the capital of Announcementopia, two queens grow very old. As ladies, they were chosen to chief and guide the people of Announcementopia with their loud and kind voices.
However, they were unable to assume these roles. But this morning, we got word that they have decreed that two rising lady juniors with the passion and attendance of royals would be crowned as the new queens at today's school meeting.
After much thought and deliberation, Queens Sunny Trivets and Elizabeth Rainey have decided to pass their illustrious crowns to Lady Rosie Soriano and Lady Bridget Shutt.
The official royal rules and requirements of the Queens of Announcementopia are as follows. Put each of your hands on it. Both one per.
Okay. Thou shalt make eye contact with every faculty member whilst passing their table.
Thou shalt find the perfect balance between inside and outside voices.
Thou shalt promise to attend each and every sit-down meal for as long as you hold the crown.
Thou shalt revel in the victory of never having to do a table job again.
Thou shalt guard the sacred royal pencil box and always remember the code.
Thou shalt bring back the royal announcement joke competition.
Thou shalt treat Will Rob with kindness and patience because he's a busy man.
Thou shalt smile at everyone as this is your royal duty.
Good luck reigning over the dining hall, and congratulations to our wonderful new rulers. We love and believe in you.
Mr. Roach has an announcement.
So I wanted to repeat a couple of expressions of gratitude that have already been given today. Last night's chapel was so beautiful and so eloquent, and I think so important. So I just thank all of the students who led us last night. I thank Ms. Reddy for her incredible mentorship. And I think the reason it was so important is I think Sonal sort of captured the scope of the global crisis and the global opportunity that we're all facing. And it made me think of that moment that Ms. Dupre and the Student Diversity Committee created for us. And it's something that I'm always going to remember. Like whenever I come back to St. Andrews, I'm going to go right over to that wall. I'm just going to wonder how many people at this school, both adult and student, both present and past, are working every single day to move the entire school over to that wall when we ask the question, is there going to be change at St. Andrews? Because I think it's actually not episodic. I don't think it's about, grand moments. I think it's about a daily commitment to begin to study the history of our past, the history of our oppression, the history of our blindness, the history of our cruelty. And I just feel like that was a call. And yeah, it was a little painful for me to watch the line move. But I needed to see that. I needed to see that we've got so much work to do. And I can't be here for all that work that's going to be coming, but I'm going to be counting on all of you to continue the work. And you've got to come to chapel tomorrow. Because our Asian American and Asian community are going to share what it's been like all across the world and across the country at this particular moment. And if you want to move to the wall, you've got to come and you've got to listen and you've got to open your hearts and you've got to do something. You've got to do something significant. You've got to do something consistently. You've got to open your hearts and open your minds in really, really powerful ways. So St. Andrews has this amazing ability to continue to move us. And it happens when we come out for one another. It happens, we've turned this into a really beautiful space. This was a space that we didn't really use very often. We used it for commencement, and now it's become this space where we come and we talk about our aspirations, and we talk about where we're falling short, and we talk about the power and the humor and the glory of community and friendship. But you've got to keep coming out, and you've got to keep making these moments happen, and you've got to do this for the 2 arts weekends that we're about to experience. And you've got to understand that the history of the arts program at St. Andrews has been intimately connected to the movement of diversity and human rights at the school. If someone said to me in an interview, where did it all really find its core expression, I would say in the arts. And I remember how
both moving it was last year, but also painful to experience Arts Weekend virtually. Because something very, very powerful happens at the school when the arts program is in full flight. So in any way that we can, both this weekend and next weekend, I hope we'll come out and I hope we'll support one another. The other thing about the ending of the year at St. Andrews is obviously the opportunity for the athletic program to conclude. We know that our rowers tomorrow are going to be going to a global and national regatta. It's an incredible regatta in Philadelphia. They go with all of our energy and our support and our enthusiasm for how hard they work. They are rowing against crews that row literally 12 months a year, 365 days of the year. Athletes who think about rowing every single day for several hours of their lives. And St. Andrews has not only this present, but this past of going out and competing at the highest level in this particular sport. And though we can't be with you, though no one, I guess, can be there tomorrow except for rowers, we wanted all the crews to know that we're so proud of you and so excited for what you're about to experience over the next couple of days. So good luck to all of you. About 3 decades ago, experiencing the end of a St. Andrews year was actually pretty complicated. And what I did about 3 decades ago, I held the same position that Mr. Carroll now holds, or Mr. Robinson now holds, or Ms. Ramirez now holds, and we're just trying to figure out how to end the year, because boarding schools were really, really struggling about how to end the year. And what was happening at boarding schools all across the country, and even a little bit here, we were unraveling a bit at the end. And we were so excited, obviously, about the celebration of the ending, but we had failed to remember that to get to the ending, you have to sacrifice and maintain your discipline and maintain your focus. So I remember, like, a couple of reports came in from other boarding schools, and they said, well, how about if you just say, everybody just gets sent home if there's any kind of disciplinary or honor situation over the course of the last X number of weeks of school. That'll solve it. And I was like, I don't really like that idea. I don't really like the idea of that at all. And so what we did is we went to the senior class and we just simply said, we can do better, we can end better. And to end better, we've got to stay true to the major school rules all the way through the end of the year. Even the night before graduation, we have to stay true to the rules and to the values of the school. And we didn't use threats, and we didn't use systems, and we didn't use disciplinary codes, but we just simply said to everyone in the community, we want to end well. We want to celebrate the faculty and the staff who work so hard every day. We want to celebrate the senior class. We want everybody here for graduation. And we want to retain the spirit and values of the school at the very end, because at the very end should be when we're at our best, right? Like, none of our coaches this weekend are going to say, we're ending our season and we're going to be okay, or we're going to be sort of improved, or we're going to be falling apart. Like, I never gave that pep talk when I was coaching. Like, it's all about peaking. It's all about getting into a flow so that we're just doing what we do in a really, really powerful way. So this is a really long-winded way for me to say that I just want each and every one of us, I know we're tired. This is granted. I know it's been a haul I know it's been difficult. I know we've had to sacrifice. I know we've been going for 10 straight weeks without a break. I know all the excuses. I know it. I know they're all there, right? But I know that we can do this. And I know we can do it just simply by saying something very, very fundamental to each one of you. So what would please us most, what would please me most, what would inspire my heart is a deep reverence for the human rights and human individuality of every member of this community, old and young. What would please my heart is a deep reverence and respect for what Ms. Dupre said so beautifully at the end of our meeting when she said that we clean up after ourselves, we clean up our beautiful school, and we turn our beautiful school over in 2 or 3 weeks in the best shape that it's ever been. What would please my heart is to know that every single one of you are respecting and honoring the faculty who live in your dorms and the faculty who care for you, and you're respecting all those major school rules that are here for your safety and your protection. To not leave your dorms before 6 a.m., to not leave your dorms at night, to not leave the drug and alcohol rule unobserved, which we've done such an incredible job of during the course of the last 30 years of the school. To remember that as we're doing major assignments at the end of the year and we're given more and more time and more independence, it's even more important to double down on our honor and our integrity and our ability to show our teachers what we do or what we don't know. And always to recognize the individuality of each one of the members of the community. Whatever they're going through, we can only we cannot even possibly imagine. And if we do all these things, not only are we going to have an amazing celebration of this great class for the class of 2021, we're going to be building that momentum for the class of 2022 that is so ready for leadership. And for all of you who are going to embody this educational movement, this community movement in the coming weeks. So we've got to finish strong. I know we're going to finish strong. But it's going to take every single one of you. And my argument forever has been, if you just keep working to get to that side of the wall, then everything takes care of itself. Like if you're just trying to be a better person every single day, and if you're trying to embody all of those different qualities that we were celebrating as we did our workshops on Tuesday, then it's going to be fine. But yeah, if we sit around and wait for 3 weeks and say, I can't wait to go home, yeah, things are going to happen. But if you're doing good work, if you're supporting one another, if you're loving one another, believing in one another, growing and developing, seeing the world in new perspectives, we've got this 2 weeks, we've got this 3 weeks. So for those of us who aren't going to be here next year, and there's a few of us, we want to spend time with you. We want to watch you. We want to see your exhibitions of greatness. We're going to be there for you every step of the way. But let's do this together. Let's do this at our best, and let's do it as if we were on the first day of September and the whole school and the whole culture was in front of us and that we're building this. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roach. Lastly, an announcement that will hopefully boost us all to finish these final 2-3 weeks off really strongly. I want to invite our senior leaders, Faye, Madeline, Matt, to come up and hopefully boost you guys up. So, I mean, it's been a long 15 months since we've kind of been able to go through, you know, St. Andrews how it used to be.
Okay, so can we have a drum roll, please?
All right, on March 22nd, May 22nd, which is next weekend, we are gonna have a prom.
You don't have to take anyone. You can if you want to. There's no, technically there's no dates, but of course you can go with one. But yeah, you can take your friends, take someone you like, just make it really fun.
If you do plan on doing asks, I can send out some examples from last year or the years prior to this. And basically asks are just ways to be creative. You can do posters, videos, whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah.
And we just want everyone to make sure that you have a great time, go with your friends. There'll be a big dinner for everyone and then a dance. So get hyped.
Yeah, make sure to spread the word.
Spread the word, yeah. Thank you guys. End of school meeting.